Day 1 of the fourth test of the Ashes 2025 at the historic Melbourne Cricket Ground saw Australia assert their dominance with a strong all-round performance. By stumps, Australia had taken a 46-run lead over England, reinforcing their control not only in the match but also in a series they already lead 3-0. Australia won the toss under clear Melbourne skies and elected to bat first, a decision that initially appeared risky on a surface offering noticeable bounce and seam movement. England's bowlers, led by disciplined new ball spells, made early inroads and kept the Australian top order under sustained pressure. The ball carried sharply to the wicketkeeper, and scoring was far from easy in the opening session. Australia lost early wickets as England bowled with accuracy and patience, consistently probing the off-stump channel. The Australian batters were forced to grind hard for runs, with boundaries coming at a premium. Despite the challenging conditions, Australia showed resilience, refusing to collapse even as wickets fell at regular intervals. Partnerships were short but valuable, helping Australia inch their way to a competitive total. The middle session saw Australia attempt to counter-attack, but England responded well by maintaining tight lines and mixing up lengths. The pitch remained lively, and any lapse in concentration was punished immediately. Australia's innings eventually came to an end at 152, a total that looked below par at first glance but would later prove to be highly competitive given the nature of the surface. England began their reply with the clear intention of batting positively and neutralising the Australian pace attack early. However, Australia's bowlers struck almost immediately, extracting movement and bounce that troubled England's top order. The MCG crowd came alive as early wickets fell, swinging momentum firmly in Australia's favour. England struggled to build partnerships as Australia applied relentless pressure. The bowlers maintained attacking fields, forcing batters to play shots they might otherwise have left alone. Edges flew to the slips, and misjudged shots resulted in dismissals that reflected Australia's superior control of conditions. England's run rate remained subdued, and the scoreboard pressure began to mount. As the innings progressed, England attempted to stabilise through cautious batting, but Australia's bowlers refused to relent. Short balls were used effectively, while fuller deliveries continued to test the defence. The pitch offered consistent assistance, and Australia exploited it expertly, ensuring England never felt comfortable at the crease. By the time England were bowled out for 110, the difference in discipline between the two sides was evident. Australia's bowling unit operated with cohesion, executing plans precisely and adapting quickly to any resistance. The 42-run deficit put England on the back foot, especially in a test match where runs were clearly hard to come by. Late in the day, Australia began their second innings with a small but psychologically significant lead. England managed to strike early, keeping their hopes alive, but Australia's openers closed out the final moments of the day safely. At stumps, Australia were 4 without loss, extending their lead to 46 runs and further tightening the grip on the match. The live win probability at the end of day 1 reflected Australia's strong position, with the hosts heavily favoured to push for a series-clinching victory. England, meanwhile, face an uphill battle. To stay competitive, they will need a strong bowling performance early on day 2 and significant resistance from their batters in the remainder of the match. Overall, day 1 was a classic example of hard-fought test cricket, where discipline, patience, and execution made the difference. Australia emerged on top by making better use of the conditions with both bat and ball, while England were left to rue missed opportunities and an inability to build meaningful partnerships. As the match moves into day 2, Australia hold the advantage, and England must respond quickly if they are to keep the contest alive.